Hey guys, and welcome to today's Vehicle Visionary. My name is Tom Tompkins. I am the host and the founder of Vehicle Visionary. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please be sure to lightly tap that subscribe button right now so you can keep up with what I have going today and in the future. Today, I'm going to introduce you to this 2005 SC430. This is a Lexus and actually was very much ahead of its time in many ways, as you're going to see when we look at the interior in just a little while. First of all, let's start out taking a look at the exterior of this neat car. Now, as we begin our exterior tour of the 2005 Lexus SC430, the first thing you're going to notice on the car is the nice large headlights. Very nicely molded into the body. They flow to the side of the body and actually give it a nice line that matches with the contour of the car. You also have some running lights or fog lights down here on the bottom. Nice chrome grille on the front, of course, the iconic Lexus logo, and just an overall really nice looking front end. Now, before we move on, let me open the hood and I will tell you about what powers the 2005 Lexus SC430. Now, under the hood, you will actually find a 300 horsepower V8 making 325 foot-pounds of torque and mated to an automatic 5-speed transmission. One of the most interesting things about the 3,800-pound SC430 is called variable valve timing. And what that basically means is, as you're driving your 2005 Lexus SC430 down the road, it is going to have the right timing set for the valves depending on what RPM you run your 430 at. So whether you're running at 2,000 RPMs or getting upwards of the 7,000 redline RPM, the variable valve timing will automatically adjust to allow you to get the most performance out of your SC430. Now, yes, this car does weigh nearly 4,000 pounds. It's really not made for being a supercar or anything along those lines. It's actually made for being a luxurious touring car. And even with the convertible top in the down position, the road noise is surprisingly minimal and is very much so more noticeably minimal when the top is up when you're driving the SC430. Moving on to the rear of the SC430, you'll notice that it has very nice, again, contoured into the body tail lights. Large tail lights look very good. They fit the lines of the car. It has a nice spoiler across the trunk right here. And speaking of the trunk, when you open this trunk up, if the top is up, there's a lot of space in here, a very reasonable amount of space. And when the top is actually down and folded down into the trunk, you still have some space to work with, just not quite as much, but that's just part of the territory of having a hardtop convertible like the SC430. It also has dual exhaust to help make more performance and allow you to take advantage of the performance of the 300 horsepower 4.3 liter V8 under the hood. Now, as we move into the interior of the SC430, here is the trunk release. That is the release for the gas door. And right underneath right here is the release for the hood. And starting off here on the driver's side door, I want to show you that you do have seat memory, 2 different settings for your seat memory, and of course just your basic controllers, the windows, the door locks, and here's the speakers. The sound system in this car is pretty good. Good size air conditioning vents across the dashboard for the driver and the passenger. And as you can see, you just have kind of a basic instrument cluster, nothing too fancy, but there are some very interesting things I want to point out about the interior. Of course, you have a wood and leather trimmed steering wheel, and I know some people might have their opinions about that, but this steering wheel, even being trimmed in wood, is actually comfortable. It's really comfortable, to be honest. And one thing I have to say about the Lexus SC430 is that the trim is actually consistent throughout the entire car. A lot of cars, sometimes you'll have a little bit of wood or a little bit of carbon fiber and then a whole lot of plastic, but everything is trimmed in leather and the wood is very consistent throughout. But there are some interesting things that I'd like to show you that are hidden away here in the SC430. Of course, here is the shifter for the 5-speed automatic transmission. And right here, if you push right there, you'll have a couple of cup holders that pop right out. That's nicely hidden away. When you don't need them, you can just fold them back in just like this, and then you close that back up. And this button right down here, if you push that, will reveal the radio. And of course you have all of your controls for your radio and, or excuse me, air conditioning up here. We actually do have dual zone for driver and passenger. I've got this turned up a little bit to try and keep the sound down a little bit, but up here across on the very top, these buttons right here, as you can see, there's actually a very interesting thing that happens when you push the open button right there. Yes, you actually do have an in-screen dashboard. It has several different settings on it. And keep in mind, this is a vehicle that was produced in the year 2005 and originally in 2004 going into 2005. So to see something like that is not something you're normally going to see from back then. So I'd say the SC430 was ahead of its time. When you don't need the screen, all you do is push the button on the other side, the close button. It closes that right back up. And the same thing down here with the radio, if you want to just hide that away and have just kind of a clean look. To put the top up and down, you hold this button down to put the top down, and to put it up, you just hold this up or hold any up position to close. And as you can see, it's open right here. One thing I will say about that is you can't just push it one time and then it functions. You have to actually hold it down until the windows are all the way down and the top is all the way down, or vice versa for bringing it back up. Now I must say that my driving impressions of the SC430, they're actually very good. Like I said earlier, the road noise is very minimal on this car, whether the top is up or down. Even at highway speeds, you can hold a conversation without having to yell in this car, even with the top down, but definitely with the top up. Of course, you're gonna have some wind noise, but everything is surprisingly minimal compared to other convertibles that I've driven or ridden in the past. Now, the one thing I have to say, this is really a two-seater vehicle. If you look at the back seat, it's very, very small. In fact, it's nearly impossible to fit in the back seat. I thought about trying to do that myself, but I didn't want to get any footprints on the leather of the interior in the back seat of this SC430. But overall, if you're looking for just a good, reliable, very nicely built, the fit and finish on this car is excellent. Even for a car that's 14 years old. Now, I will say this one has been very well taken care of. When the owner purchased this car, I think it was in 2015, it had 17,000 miles on it, and for the life of the time that the particular owner of the car has had it, they didn't buy it new, they bought it used, but they've only put about, I think, 19,000 additional miles on it. The car drives very well, it rides very well. I was very impressed when I was driving around in this 2005 SC430. Now, before I end my review of the 2005 SC430 by Lexus, I want to ask you a question. What color do you think this car actually is? Believe it or not, it's not black as it looks. When you see it in the sunlight, you can actually tell that the color is actually purple. In fact, it's called amethyst purple. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I'd like to thank my friends who gave me the opportunity to use this car for a review today. It was a very enjoyable experience, a fun car to drive, and overall, I think it's a great car. Thanks for taking the time to watch today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the video, make sure to hit that thumbs down button 2 times. That's very important. And leave me a comment. Let me know that you are here, and make sure to subscribe. I will see you next time on Vehicle Visionary.